Hi, I'm Megan Mullen, director and owner of a new studio, Just Shine Performing Arts, that just opened up in Seattle, Washington. And I'm here today to talk to you about the new web series Siblings, which comes out in September 2014. And I'm going to talk about two of the siblings in that series. I'm going to talk about the other set of twins, Kelsey and Ellis. And they are not identical because one's a boy and one's a girl. Kelsey is a girl and Ellis is a boy. And they're interesting because they are really close. Unlike the other set of twins, Liberty and Elise, they are not close at all. But Kelsey and Ellis are like almost best friends. Let me talk about Kelsey's personality first. So Kelsey is interesting. She is a perfectionist. She's a lot like her mom, actually. Now that I think about it, since Donna's a perfectionist too. Kelsey really likes to do good at school. And she hates when things go wrong. And the other thing about Kelsey and Ellis is they're the first kids that Donna and Jeff had together. So they're kind of a turning point in the siblings. Kelsey, she's just learning things. She's starting, when the show starts, she really doesn't like to make trouble. She really likes to be a goody-two-shoes and follow all her mom's rules, and she's not into the party scene, and she just likes to stay out of trouble. And Ellis, when the show starts, he really likes this girl named Deanna, and he really thinks that they would be good together. And he also thinks he's a smooth talker, which he is not. And Deanna she just has such an attitude with him at first. It's really entertaining. But he doesn't want Kelsey to know about his feelings for Deanna because they've always been Kelsey and Ellis, right? And neither of them have talked about liking people. And so he doesn't know how she would react. But she has a secret as well. So they have an exchange student living with them. Luka he's a really cool guy. He's been living with them for a year, and he's 16. And he just got really close to Kelsey and Ellis really fast. And so Luka and Ellis became best buddies. And they're just kind of a clique, the three of them, because they're always hanging out. They're always trying to stay away from the family drama. They're always rolling their eyes at it. And they're all usually not getting into trouble together. They're usually just, sticking to the rules and being good kids and all that. But Kelsey has feelings for Luka that she's hidden this whole time. And she hasn't talked to Ellis about it for the same reasons that Ellis hasn't talked to Kelsey about his feelings for Deanna. So they both like someone for the first time. And they both don't know how they will react. And then Luka talks to Ellis about Deanna because they tell each other everything. And so when Kelsey's not around, they can talk about girls. But if Kelsey's around, they try to cover it up. The other thing is, when the show starts, like I said, they're just good kids. They're just always hanging out and everything. But then they start to go to parties. The guys really talk Kelsey into going to their first party because both the guys have ulterior motives for going to this party, because Niana will be there, and Ellis knows that, and Brianna, who's this girl that Luka has kind of liked off and on throughout the whole year, who's also best friends with Liberty. I've talked a little bit about her. But Luka's liked her off and on. And so he thinks Brianna's going. So both the guys decide to drag Casey to this party that she doesn't want to go to because of the other girls. And something happens at that party that changes things. But I'm not going to tell you what. One other thing I want to say about Ellis is he's a pretty good guy. He's really nice and everything, but he is, I think he has a little bit of a, full of it attitude because he thinks he's a smooth talker and all that. And some of the things he does in future seasons are not too smart, and they get him in trouble. So he does have his negative side, but he is a pretty decent guy, at least. And since I started talking about Luka, I'll just add a little bit more. Luka has family issues later on because his family's kind of, a different culture than their family. And his mom is really strict. And that's all I'm going to say about his family. They don't show up until later. But he does end up having family problems. And so, that's Casey, Ellis, and Luka, the little clique of, for a while, goody-two-shoes. And that's all I'm going to say in this vlog, because I want to talk about one of the other characters in a different one. So I'm not going to talk about her connection with Ellis in this one. So stay tuned for more siblings. And don't forget to watch Siblings in September 2014. Thanks for watching.